Happy Thursday, Throwback Thursday. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. As for us, over here in Killeen, we had some bad weather, tornado watch, and all health and all. But yeah, today we have Lydia Flores, an
Hi,
awesome
everyone.
artist. Yes, welcome in. And yeah, so we're gonna talk. Hi, Dio.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble with my system over here. I do apologize for jumping in on
No, no, come on in. We also have our the boss of QVO Radio FM, and we welcome him in as well. Welcome,
Hello.
Indio.
here. Hey, how's it going?
It's going great, thank you.
I'm
Um,
testing my stuff and I apologize for jumping in, but I was having some issues here with my system.
no, you're always welcome. You know that. So,
Well,
how
I
are
just wanted to
you?
make sure. And so y'all have a great show. And y'all, I apologize once again for jumping in.
No, you're always
Wonderful.
welcome, and thank you so much. Thank you. So, Lydia, so how are you doing? And talk to us about your musical history.
Yes, I'm doing great. I am really excited. I have some new stuff coming up, but I'm gonna tell you where it all started. So, back when I was like 8 years old, I would hear my dad practice his drums. He was a drummer. He played with a lot of conjunto bands here in San Antonio and in other surrounding areas as well. And he would practice at home, and he would put on the radio and just practice along with the music. And I would love to sing even at that age. And so I started singing and singing one time, and he said, "Come here." Yeah, I said, "What?" He said, "You can sing." I said, "Yeah." And so to him, it was a big deal. I didn't know it then that it was a big deal, but it was to him. And so he continued to practice, and I kept singing. And so one day when he was out on his gigs, we used to always go along as a family. And we were at one of his gigs, and he tells the guys in the band, "Can my daughter come up and sing a song?" I was like, he's not doing that to me. So he put me up there, and that's the first time I ever sang. I was 8 years old, and he put me up on stage and sang with the band. And I loved it. I loved, every part of it. And so every gig that he had, he would do the same thing. Always put me up on stage to sing a song, and sometimes even two songs, well, with whatever band he was playing with. So that was exciting. It was very exciting. And then along the way, after a couple of years, I got married, had my kids, and I met my biological father, and he's a guitar player.
Oh,
And so my dad got a little band together. They didn't play like at venues or places like that. They just had the little band at home. And, when we had parties or anything going on, a family party, we would get the band together. And my dad always invited me to sing as well. So that was great. My favorite parts were when it was just me and my dad at, those little special moments when less people and it was just us. And my dad would pull out his guitar, and I would just sing with my dad and his guitar. And that was like the greatest feeling ever as well. So I have a lot of good memories and a lot of music that was already instilled in me by my fathers.
so did both your parents, well, your biological dad and your stepdad ever play together? They, for real? Wow, wow, that was awesome. So,
No, they knew each other.
uh,
They were friends in before my mom married my stepdad.
mhm.
um, my both my dads were friends before that, from years past, when they were younger, because we all came from the same neighborhood.
Yes.
I have a lot of family over there, as you know. Mark and Chino, they're my cousins
Oh, yeah,
from my biological
I
dad's side.
see
So
that. I see
that's
that.
where the music.
I seen that whenever, we go on the Puro Pedo show, I would
So
say
yes, they're
primo. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I thought, sometimes we'd say, hey, cuz,
yes,
or, whatever. But they are your
bi-
cousins.
yes,
Oh, wow. That's cool.
yes,
Wow.
yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, tell you, I was always singing. But everybody knew each other back in that neighborhood. Everybody
Mhm.
went to the same school. So, of course, my mom married my stepdad. She never married my dad. My
Well,
biological
mhm.
father and her were not married. Then she married my stepdad years after. And
Wow,
so, the music was always there. It was always an inspiration. And so I'm very fortunate that I had them as role models
absolutely.
as to what built me what I am today.
So, are your siblings as well musicians, or is it just you? Uh,
Some of my siblings, not on my stepdad. I only have one brother and one sister
uh-huh.
that my mom had with my stepdad. They are not musical. My brother plays around with the guitar a little bit, but he's
Yeah.
not never been
Uh-huh.
professional. On my dad's side, one of my brothers as well likes to play. He played in that band. I think he plays bass guitar, but never in a professional way either. He's just at home.
Oh,
So
wow. Well, that's good. So, just your father inspired you. Did you take like classes in school? Or did you take musical courses, or did you
yes,
learn on
I
your own?
did.
It's natural.
Yes, I was in choir in elementary school and I was in choir in middle school. So that, showed me a lot about what I sing and what my
Mm.
vocal range was and all of that. So
Yeah,
yeah, I guess you could say that took a lot of part in
yeah.
today as well.
Wow. Because I met you at the Guadalupe Awards, and it was really an honor meeting you. And then Christina was there, and thank you, Christina, for like having Lydia on here because we were supposed to interview you a while back, and it didn't happen. But I'm glad to have you on now. And Christina's on here. There's a few shout outs there for you there. And Albert Cedilo's
Hey,
on here.
Christina.
He's the drummer for the Vivas. And yeah, but yeah, Christina's on there. So if you want to give shout outs, you have a few there.
Yes, shout out to my promoter, Christina
Mhm.
Guerrero, CG Promotions. She does amazing with a lot of things that she does. I really appreciate her for everything that she's been doing for me.
Yes, yeah, she's been out there for a long time. Yeah, she does a lot. But yeah, but anyway, yeah, I met you, and I remember I was talking to you about this. I remember you because you were singing that song Margarita. Where did that come from? And is it an original? Is it yours? And what inspired you to sing that at the Guadalupe Awards?
Margarita. Uh,
Is that what that's
I
the name
don't
of the song? What was that?
know. I
No, what
think
was that?
so.
What was that song? I somebody sang that song there. What was that? Oh man, I just messed up. Um, what was that song you were singing on stage? Christina, you're welcome.
I think I was thinking the one that y'all liked was a song that I sang from Lainey Wilson.
What was
I
it?
don't know if it
Christina,
was
help me out here because I did.
a country.
Huh? No, you sang a song that was there at the Guadalupe Awards. What was it?
um, I sang one from Roberto Pulido,
It was
which I
English.
recorded.
It was English.
Oh, it was English. It was a
Yes,
country song, and
yes. What
yes,
was it?
it must have been Lainey Wilson cover that I love to do. I'm trying to do some of her new stuff as well, but man, she's a toughie. She's a really good
Yeah,
singer, and so
I did shot myself in the head. Well, we done messed up on the flyer. Told everybody it was 8 o'clock, and it was 6 o'clock. That was our mistake. But yeah, but okay, duh. But anyway,
but yes, I like to do a lot of covers. I have original music. I have original country music and I have original Tejano music. And now I have also R&B and I have pop music, Latin pop. But I also like to do a lot of covers. I know this from experience that people want to go out, they love to hear something familiar, something they, already know and can sing along with. And so you need to give the audience some of that, a little bit of everything, have a variety. So if somebody doesn't like one song, maybe they'll like another, and you'll just give your audience a little bit, for everyone to enjoy.
yeah. So do you perform a lot? Do you have events? And yes.
Yes, yes. I've been really busy since last year. Last year I was busy. I had an event almost every month. And
Wow.
this year I started off really good as well. As a matter of fact, I'll be at Fiesta tomorrow. from
Oh,
5 to 6 p.m. Yes, out there in the main stage on the right past the farmers market stage outside.
oh yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be out tomorrow and then I'll be there again on Sunday at 12 noon. And then I have a what's called a country um, throwdown with Felix Tambora. He's a
Oh,
fashion designer and he puts on these little events. And I'll be singing at his event on Saturday night at 7 p.m. So, you
oh,
know, yes, I
yeah.
look forward to more projects with Felix Tambora as well. And Christina already has a lineup for me for the rest of the year, I'm sure. So,
Oh, wow. So Christina says, wasn't it Si quiero verme llorar? Wasn't it?
oh, yes,
Is
that's
that,
what it was.
yes.
Okay, that's an original Lisa Lopez song. Si
Oh, okay.
quieres ver llorar.
Yes.
Uh-huh, I did one as
Yes.
well, and I recorded that one.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know I seen you out there and it was like, oh my God, so yeah, it was awesome meeting you there. And your manager is your son, right?
yes.
Wow. Well,
He's
that
and he takes care of a lot of the stuff that has to do with my social medias. Tries to get me the best. So he just made me, or he just was able to get me a TikTok artist account, which is
oh,
something that maybe a lot of people don't know about. But
no.
once you get an artist account, it is way different than just having your regular account and posting your videos and things like that. It actually goes into a lot of more feeds,
Oh,
and
wow.
know that you're an artist and you can display your music, and it's just an easier way to promote your music, and it worked quite well. We were just verified yesterday that I was able to get that account, and just woke up this morning with lots of views, lots of followers, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. But he takes care of all that. My son takes care of all of that.
I've never heard of that. Thanks for bringing that up. You know that for other artists.
Or
Yeah.
this was new to me, but he's already a TikTok partner, so he gets
Well,
paid for merchandising and he gets paid for a lot of things that he does on TikTok
that's good.
already as influencer, and he's also influencer on Amazon as well. So that helps a lot that he has that knowledge.
That's good. Speaking of your manager, he's on right now, Josh Olveda,
Yes,
right? Yes.
good
Yes.
job on that. I
And there's
made
yes,
morning.
and there's some shout outs to be given. We got Jesse Spindola on here. He's from Tejano Network out from
Yes.
California. And actually, not to like, but he's got an interview tonight. You might want to look him up.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he's out there with Firme, El Firme from, he's Eddie Olivo and, oh my God, I know the name, Salas from
Oh, okay.
California. Yeah, I've been like with them forever, like, yeah. And then we got Frank Solis. They're your shout
Hi.
out, so you want to give them out.
Oh,
Yeah,
very good.
yeah. So yeah, we got a lot of people fun, and we even got Melinda Gutierrez. She's from Laredo. Yeah,
Hi, Belinda. Nice to meet
yeah,
you.
and there's other people in there, so you want to give them shout outs out because we're gonna fixing to play one of your songs. Sometimes I miss you. I think
Thank
that's your
you. So,
latest one, no?
yes, that's my latest song.
Okay, so when we come back, we're gonna talk about that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Here goes.
Este día te voy a extrañar, este día me quedo sin ti. Me di cuenta
So this is a nice song. So this is an original?
Yes,
Yes.
that song is an original. It's called Falso Amor. The music was arranged by Anthony Hernandez of Los Dudes.
Oh,
Um,
oh, okay.
yeah, 2012, I
Yeah.
was singing at actually a birthday bash for uh, David Mares. I was
Oh,
invited to bash, and one of my friends that had invited me that night goes and asks the band, "Can my friend sing a song? She's a singer. She knows how to sing." So they agreed, and I went up there and I did Cuatro Caminos for Bailar Canales,
oh,
and
nice.
it happened to be Anthony playing with a band that he had called the Crew. And so after that, we talked a little bit. We became friends, him and his wife and I, and I told him that I had written some songs, and he said that he could arrange music for them. And so he arranged. That was one of the songs that he arranged. He actually arranged all the five songs that I did on that EP, and he played all the instruments on it, and we recorded that those all those songs. I recorded with him. So that's one of the songs. The other one is Mucho Dolor, and then I have a country song in there. So that's how these songs became to be. So back then I didn't know a lot about, and then I went to a lot of people, and they were charging me a lot of money to get them copyrighted and all of this because I didn't know how to do anything. So now that my son, got older and he knows all of this stuff, he's the one that said, "Mom, we need to get your music out. That music that you did, it's good. Let's get it out. Let's do something." He said, "You still have a good voice. I think that you should go back out there and start singing." Because I had taken a long pause for a while. So he's the one that brought me back, my son Joshua, and he's
Wow.
out here helping me, also getting more music out and things like that. But we just released all of that music. All of those songs that I did with Anthony were just released in 2023
Wow. Well,
for all
that's
this.
good. So
Yes.
Anthony is your producer. You.
No, at that time we went with some friend of his that he had a studio. It was called Mosquito Studios.
Oh,
I really, didn't know
yeah, yeah,
any of that, so I
yeah.
just let them take care of all of
Oh,
that.
okay. Well, that's good. That's a nice song. So, do you, so you're a solo, artist, right? Okay.
Yes,
Yes. Okay. So, do you play any instruments?
I don't.
No,
I
no.
I've always wanted to play the guitar. I can't play. I tried.
Well, I mean, don't say you can't because you can always try. It's just like me. I want to be a singer and play the accordion. But maybe one day.
Mhm.
And I always
Um,
joke about it. I say one day I'm gonna become a upcoming artist.
oh
Maybe.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
no, I'm just kidding. We got Robert Gomez on. He's from Arizona. He says hello.
Hello, Robert.
Yeah, he's a really good artist. He's been in the industry for years. And
Hello.
we got Andrea de la Cruz. Hey, how are you?
Hi,
Uh,
Andrea.
yeah, and we got Dave Arki. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I butchered everybody's name. Yeah,
Hi.
yes. So yeah, wow. So anyway, do you have merchandise? Do you
I have some shirts out. My son actually is going to open up an online store where you can purchase those shirts. I'm hoping to get some out for my next event. Um, some shirts and maybe some cups or caps, things like that. So I do want to get some merchandise. Right now, I don't have any on hand. You would have to order them from the store.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And I seen you at Fanfare when I was there with QVO Radio, and I see your family supports you a lot. I've seen
Oh,
your grandkids and your daughter with you, I think it was, and you got a big support system behind you.
yes, I do. And
Mhm.
now I have even more. I just did a video for my country song, Sometimes I Miss You. And so I had my cousin's son. He's a producer. He does a lot of stuff. He raps to rap music
Oh
and
wow.
has his own studio. He has all of that. And so we went out there to Kerrville, Texas, He shot the video. He did the edits and all of that. And so, now they were all there, all my family, and that just made me so happy. Once you can include family, and the video was actually all my family in it as well. So it was
Wow.
really a really good experience, something that I know that my family and I are going to cherish like for the rest of our lives, because it was something special. It's really special to us. Every time we watch that video, we're gonna
Wh-
see that.
What what is it about Curvio? I know a lot of people. I've heard like maybe you're like the third or fourth person that I know that not well, literally not no, but you yes, that go record the videos in Curvio.
Well, it's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
the hill country. The
Hmm.
weather is really nice, it's very beautiful. The streets and the buildings all look like old fashioned, like, it's like taking you back in time somewhere. So
Yeah.
I really liked it. And I think that we're going to do another video up there somewhere in the hills or something, because
Yes.
I have a lot of more music that needs videos. And so we're looking forward to working with my cousin's son again.
Hmm.
And we were really satisfied with the work that he did for me. And so it was amazing. Can't wait to do some more projects.
Yes, I asked you about that. Speaking of more projects and working with somebody, have you ever collaborated with anyone?
No, not yet. I am pretty soon, but it's not definite. So we got to hold up on that. However, I do want to tell everyone that I have a new Tejano song coming out soon that I have written. It's being arranged by someone very iconic in the Tejano industry. I'm not going to say their name
Okay,
as
well,
yet.
you can whisper it. Nobody's going to hear you.
I want everybody to, just have that, the ansias, como le dicen,
Yeah, just that
to,
itch.
yeah,
Wow,
to,
but I
to
mean,
say
there's
who it is. And, but I know it's going to be great. And the song is really nice, and
wait, they're
I can't.
working with you. I don't mean to interrupt you. They're working with you. They're helping you write it. They're co-producer, co-work writers, or is it a man, a lady, or I mean,
I write
just
all the
play.
lyrics.
Okay.
He
Oh, it's a
They are
he. So,
doing,
so it's a he.
person is doing the arrangement for the music only.
Mhm.
The song I wrote it my own self.
Wow.
I sit here and I write and I write,
Yes. It's good.
especially if I'm going through a moment. It's just like, think about other stuff and it just comes to me, and I can write,
Yeah.
sit there and write a song, sit down and write anything, because I was always good at writing. So, I'm just so excited, and I'm eager for that song to come out already.
So when did you know you were a writer? How, or since when have you been writing your own music?
I started writing in, I believe, 2009. I wrote some stuff. It never got recorded. They're still there. They're sitting there. Um, it's just to find the musical arrangement is the tough part. I can write all day, all night. But if you don't find the right person to arrange your music and to be able to produce that music for you, that's the hard part. So, that's why it's been difficult for me um, to have somebody do that. Now that I write my country songs, I'm very fortunate that all my kids are musical. My daughter sings, she
She's in
plays
there.
guitar,
Hmm.
she plays keyboard. My sons play guitar. My son Josh plays guitar and drums. Isaac plays keyboard. So they're all musical. And my son Isaac has an ear for music. He can hear a song and actually play it on keyboard himself without going back and having to hear it again. Just hear it one time and he can recreate it. So he's fantastic at that. And all three of them help in doing a song for me. My son Josh finds the music for my country songs, and then he'll have Isaac hear it, make sure that it's on beat, and then my daughter comes in and she does her little things. So all of them are helping me. They've also done backup vocals
Oh
for
wow.
the country. Sometimes I miss you, my son and my daughter. So it's just I've been so blessed,
Yeah.
in having them know music. They also took classes in elementary and high school. All of them were in band, and they were all in choir. So
So, do
uh,
you have a band? Or do you have a band? Okay, well,
I'm
you have a
learning.
band right there.
Yes, yes, but I tell them, let's go out, let's go do this. They're very camera shy, very. And that's the only thing that's preventing us from doing more, because we already do a lot. We actually have two more country songs coming out as well on top of that Tejano song. So, we do a lot already, and I tell them we could do more if y'all would just come out and join me. They just
Well,
don't
well,
don't want.
it's not like they have to look at the camera. They just have to play. You're the one that's gonna be right there. I mean, they could be awesome, all of y'all together. You know.
Yes, do believe that. I tell them that all the time. You hear that, Joshua?
I'm gonna name some. It's like those Arcos Hermanos Peña. They're fabulous. Y'all can be like them. I mean,
Yes, yes,
naming a few. I mean, seriously. You know,
mhm,
seriously. You
yes.
just, I mean, yeah. And speaking of them, Miss Sandy Peña's on right now. She said, "Hello, ladies." Imelda de la Cerda's on. I mean, you got a lot of support right now, and yeah, and your son and your daughter are on right now. She said it's going to be an awesome song. I mean,
Yes.
and then Nelly Flores is very suspense with that
Hey.
song. So yeah,
Yes.
so
Nelly
yeah,
Flores, another one that was in my video as well. She's my cousin from Kerrville. She was also in that video. So, just having my family around, and, family participating in my
mhm,
music videos and in my music journey in general is just amazing. I feel so fortunate, so blessed with that. And
yes,
then having Christina as a promoter as well. Oh
yes.
my gosh, just like I hit the jackpot.
Yeah, that pushing and that promoting helps a lot. As long as
Yes.
um, it's like she credit is due where credit is due.
Mhm.
And that's what matters. But I didn't say that right, but I'll come back and say it right. Mucho dolor. I'm gonna come back and talk about that when we listen to this song.
Okay.
Nunca jamás te quiero ver. Todo lo que tú acabas de hacer. Siempre me regalabas mucho amor.
Oh my god! 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 I pushed the wrong thing. I am so sorry. But anyway, oh my god. Um, so this song, when you usually write a song, it means something. So
Yeah.
is that about you?
Yes, I wrote this song during a tough time in my life. I was going through a divorce, and the divorce was, of course, for infidelity. So, it was a hard time, but this music came out of that, and me and the children's dad became friends after. you
Oh,
know you learn to forgive, you
yes.
heal, you
Mm-hmm.
forgive, you forget, and you just move on. He, of course, moved on with his life, and he lives with somebody else, and he comes around and sees the children still. He's always been a part of their life, so of course I'm not going to be mean and push him away. And he was always included in everything that the kids have done. And my daughters are already going to be 18, and so he was there for their 15th birthday or 16th birthday, sweet 16. He's been there through graduations, he's been there for everything, and he's been a part of their lives, and that's what's important.
Yes.
During that time I was writing all this. That's how I felt. I was hurting, but I got through it. And the music and getting busy and just having Anthony, when he told me he can arrange the music, and I started going into the studio to record all this, it's just like, ah, everything
Yes.
just passing by, like it healed me from that. And so when I hear them now, I don't even, that bad memory doesn't really come by.
Mm.
All I remember is that good music came from it, and I moved on with my life, and learned how to build that resilience. And that's what I want to inspire other women. People go through these things, and I just want to say, it gets better, and you're going to get through it. And this is what I want the song to say. Okay, I went through this, I'm done, move on.
Yeah. Read what Robert just posted for you.
Okay,
You want to read what Robert just posted?
let me see. uh I can't.
Yeah, he said, I wrote most of my songs during the hardest and darkest times in my life. Great job,
Oh,
Lydia.
oh,
Yeah,
thank you so much, Robert. Thank you
yeah.
so much. That
He's
means a lot.
Yeah, he's a songwriter, and he actually writes songs. I think he wrote a song for one of the artists in Arizona. I sometimes when I promote him from time to time but he's a hard worker. He's in Arizona, but yeah, he's real humble. He's a really awesome person. Yes, he put out a CD barely as well, but he's really really great. But yeah, yeah, I understand. Sometimes you gotta let stuff go because if you don't, it
Mhm.
just eats you up
Yes,
inside.
so
And
yes.
believe me, I go through a lot too. But sometimes you gotta talk about it. And
Mhm.
as artists and songwriters, you write about it. But sometimes, if
Mhm.
you're not, you gotta talk about it. So that's what helps a lot too. But I want to
Mhm.
ask you because I have to cut this a little short. You know, but I want to ask you if you could have collaborated with somebody like way back in the day, back here or not here, but back then, who would have you done that with?
I would have loved to have done that song with Lisa Lopez, with
Oh,
her.
really?
Um, Si quieres verme llorar, just to have had her sing that with me, because there's a reason you do covers, especially for me, not everybody, but for me, I do covers because that person or that song meant something. That song it's an old song, so I remember a lot of good times in my past. I
Yes.
remember my parents, family that have already passed on, and just being a kid, and running around, and just you remember hearing that song on the radio.
Yes.
And the same with Roberto Pulido. Yo seguiré mi camino. Oh man, that
Yeah.
that was that was the jam back in the days. Roberto Pulido was always on. the radio, my family always listened to Tejano. They always listen to Conjunto. They listen to some country. So, all my family has always been so musical. They've always loved music, and you can hear music playing in the cars, in the house. Turn it up, turn it up. And so those are good memories. Even those if that people passed on, you still remember everybody with those songs every time you hear them play. So, back then, if I could have done that song with Roberto Pulido as well, oh my goodness, that would have been an honor for me. And it's never too late, right? I,
No,
I
it's never
always,
too. No, so
no,
so so I know you got something going on here in the near future. So if you could calibrate now with someone, who would it be? Now we talked about the past. Now with who, if you could, or if you
uh,
want, if in the near, who would it be?
hmm,
Who would you like to
now
do that with?
now I would say I would like to do a beautiful song with um a woman singer, maybe Stephanie Montiel, but a beautiful ranchera, maybe something like that, because
Yeah,
I don't have any rancheras. I haven't done one yet, but if I would like somebody to join me. If it was a man, I would say, I don't know, somebody that sings good rancheras maybe. But yes, I for certain I would really like to have some collaboration, and I would love to do a ranchera with someone.
with someone. Well, that's great. I don't mean to cut this short, but I'm going to have to. I'm going to play your last song. We shifted around a little bit. I think the next song is Sometimes I Miss You, and
Mhm.
we're going to play that one, and then we'll come back, give your shout outs, and thank everybody. Okay.
First time you broke my heart, promise never again.
That was Cheaters.
Those
That's
cheaters.
yeah.
What was it?
That's also
What
one
was
that was arranged by Anthony Hernandez as well. He
it?
put that honky tonk feeling in it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What
it's a cool
what's a
song.
cheater? Always a cheater. Hi, Mary Ann Botello. That's a cool song. Like, what's a cheater? Always a cheater.
But yes, yes.
So, why that
I would
song?
like everybody to
Orale cheaters, he said, Robert.
the same thing. Those songs were all written during the same time. So
Uh-huh.
those are all the songs that Anthony Hernandez arranged the music for. Those are all written in the same. Those are all included in that EP. It's called the Wildflower. So it's on every social, not every streaming platform, on YouTube and Spotify. It's everywhere.
So, if somebody wants to buy a hard copy, can they?
I'm going to have the hard copies out really soon
Uh-huh.
because everybody's been asking for those. So
Mhm.
I don't have any yet, but I will have some really soon. And if you can buy one, I will probably take them to Janie's record shop. That's where you'll be able to purchase them. But I will put that all that information on my Facebook. So make sure that if you're not following me on my social medias, follow me everywhere. Follow me on TikTok, follow me on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, everywhere that you see Lydia Flores. I even have threads. I have all of those. Follow me everywhere. I put up all my information about my music, where I'm gonna perform, new projects. Everything's out there.
So, if they want to book you, how do they get in contact with you, and who do they contact?
Tina Guerrero.
Okay. So, okay, so that's cool. So, okay, Cristina Guerrero and your son as well, or
Yes, they can
okay,
get a hold of Joshua Orvega on his Facebook page as well.
okay, all right. Well, that's awesome. So, do you want to give any shout outs or any thank yous to anybody? Yeah.
Well, I want to thank all of my family for participating in that video. First of all, y'all did
Mhm.
amazing. Jessica, Josh, Nelly, my son Julian, everybody that was there, everybody that had even a little part in it or even stand by, everybody, thank you so much for that. Thank you, Christina, for everything you do. Thank you, Joshua, for getting me that artist account. You are amazing at that stuff. I
Mhm.
don't know how you. And he's also going to be working on getting me a YouTube artist as well. So that's
Oh.
going to be awesome, because they're actually going to merge the topic channel with that channel and just make it a whole artist. So I can't wait for that. I can't wait for the new music. It's all going to be amazing. It's going to be a great year. And so I shout out also to the my Puro Pedo talk show, my cousins. I
Yeah.
love you guys. Chino, Mark, Gary, everybody out there as well. Shout out to everyone in Kerrville. Thank you, Jonathan Ortega, for that video, for shooting the video, for the edits, everything that you did. Thank you so much. Follow Jonathan Ortega on I think it's 8 Media, something 830 Media. So he does a fantastic job, and all my friends, family, followers, everybody that has supported me, everybody that has always been there for me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
Your daughter said they had a lot of fun video. And one last question for you: where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. I'm hoping to also, I'm now going to be writing some music for my daughter. So in 5 years, I'm hoping to do a song with her as well, recording with her and maybe out there performing with her. So,
Okay.
it's gonna grow. It's gonna keep
Yeah.
growing. And I want to
Okay.
thank you, Hilda, for having me here.
Oh, no,
And
it's a,
thank you, Phil, for allowing me to be on your platform. Thank you so much.
oh,
I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys because y'all do so much for the artists. Just giving us this little time so that we can come out here and talk to everybody, get to know people, and for people to get to know us. Thank you so much for everything y'all do.
well, thank you for coming on, and Cristina Guerrero as well, and for my bloopers. I'm sorry if I messed up a little bit. I'm still getting
Thank
used to this, but I get nervous. But it wouldn't be the show if it wasn't for the way I am. So, it is what it is. And thank you all for being here. And you know what? Thank you to your kids as well for being who they are with you and for supporting you, for being so great with you. And thank you for being here. And it's a pleasure. And you're always welcome here. And keep succeeding and blessings to you always.
Thank you.
You're so
Hope to see
welcome.
you soon. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much.
And again, and of course to Indio for always supporting me
Yes.
as well. Yes. Well,
Thank-
we'll see you later. And again, good luck tomorrow at Fiesta. Yes.
Yes, thank you
Yes.
so much.
Okay. Well, we'll see you
Bye.
later and you have a good evening. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Well, that was Lydia Flores. Remember to go follow her on all digital platforms.